And now it's time to bring out what many of you may be here for, the founders of the social project. Now everyone, please drum roll.
Drum roll.
On the right side or the left side of the ring, Amrita Ramanathan and Damini Singh.
Hey everyone! So yeah, we're the founders of the DNA Social Project, and some background behind us. I'm currently a sophomore here at EVHS. I've been president of the Girl Up Club for 3 years now, and Damini Singh, this person I call my best friend, is also a sophomore here at EVHS, and she's been an amazing Girl Up secretary for 2 years now. So before she begins why we started this project and what exactly we're doing with this project, a commonly asked question was if this project was part of the club, and starting today, this project will be part of Girl Up Club. So if you guys want to get involved or help us with our project, just talk to one of us or drop by at a meeting.
Hey, so we started the social project over the summer. It was basically a document which me and Amrita would send each other inspirational messages on just to light up each other's day. Soon we realized how demanding a school environment could be, and we wanted to be productive and post these messages around the school. If one person's day was lit up, that was a mission accomplished. So we started to post around in the girls' bathrooms in A and B building. Every day we would check to see what would happen to these postings. Most of them were ripped down, and a lot of them had comments written on them. And of course, not all of them were well received. However, we were gaining attention, and we decided that with this attention, we could turn our project towards controversial issues in society today.
Honestly, I would not be calling most of these topics controversial. For example, feminism wasn't well received within the school community. Although we're all for it, feminism is basically the belief that women and men are equal to each other. So in our minds, it's not that controversial. It seems like a very basic concept, but of course some people don't agree with it, so we're classifying it as controversial in this show.
Out of 200 posts, only a mere 15 were directly related to the concept of feminism. These posts were not well received at all. People hated it. The absurd idea of bringing very valid concepts for people to think about in an institution of learning. However, someone has to do that. Someone has to introduce these topics to you, and someone has to help you form opinions on these topics. Whether you agree, disagree, or stay neutral, that's totally okay. And that is how DA came to be. A controversial and an inspirational project. Most of our posts are related to the concept of equality, which is what this talk show is centered around.
All right, next slide, please. All right, so what is the concept of equality? According to the Oxford Dictionary, equality is defined as the state of being equal, especially in status, rights, and opportunities. Here at Evergreen Valley High School, we have a great community. From our spirited ASB officers to the various events our school hosts, to each dedicated club at our campus, our school exudes spirit, happiness, and positivity, despite the fact that our academic climate can be quite challenging and stressful. You might say that we live in quite excellent habitat here at EVHS. In our little world, we all think we're equal. Our school, though, often functions as kind of a bubble, a barrier shielding us from most of the world. It's not the students' fault, and it's not the parents' fault, and it's certainly not the administration's fault. At school, we learn calculus, chemistry, physics, any subject you can think of. But how often do we discuss the problems that the rest of the world faces, such as abortion, rape culture, cultural appropriation, police brutality, and all the other topics we will cover in today's showcase, are ones that most students aren't even aware of. Let me ask you a question. If you had heard the word intersectionality before our project, please raise your hand. All right, so that's not exactly the entire audience. We want everyone to become aware of this concept and many others because not only are they major problems in our society today, but as we as a generation get older, it will be up to us to solve them.
The second we learn to accept each other's opinions and decisions, and the second we learn to respect each other's basic human rights, is when we will be on the road to equality. This past decade, we have had so many miraculous breakthroughs in the course of our rights, such as, of course, same-sex marriage rights. But even with these breakthroughs, we have so much inequality which we are oblivious to and which we need to focus on more. As Kerry Washington once said, women, poor people, people of color, people of disabilities, gay men, lesbians, bisexuals, trans people, intersex people. We have been pitted against each other and made to feel like there are limited seats at a table for those of us who fall into the category of other. You see, we have come in a point of time where there should be no other, because we are all people. Even if we have small mental or physical differences, we are all human. We are all equal. Now, equality is a very, very broad topic, and it can be broken down into multiple categories such as feminism, rape culture, police brutality, and so much more. And our own EVHS students, administration, teachers, and even activists will be covering these topics. So now you will enter the magical world of controversy in our society today.
Well, wasn't that great?